Welcome to Real Talk. I'm Luis Bernaco, and this is my co-host Brian Dwyer, and we'll be speaking about men's college basketball tonight. All right, let's get it started. So, Syracuse basketball has lost 4 of their last 5 games after starting the season 25-0. How do you feel? What do you feel is the reason why this is happening?
Lou, I believe their struggles are on the offensive end. Their defense is obviously spectacular. They're top 10 in the country, averaging only 59.3 points per game allowed. Unfortunately, they're 256 in the country in scoring offensively, averaging 68.1 points per game. Trevor Cooney has fallen off as the sharp-shooting three-point shooter that he was earlier on in the year. They need to step it up on the offensive end if they want to make a run in the tournament.
I agree with you on that. They're still very competitive as a team, and they lost a major catalyst in Trevor Cooney, who throughout his first 25 games shot 45% from the field and 43% from three-point range. Now in his last 5 games, he's only been shooting 26% from the field and 19% from 3. This is also due to a lot of teams deciding to face guard their superstars, Ennis and Cooney. Ennis needs to start stepping up, becoming less of a pure point guard and more of a shooter. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about Wichita State now. Although being 31-0, Wichita State has one of the weakest schedules in college basketball. Do you think they belong in the national championship conversation?
Lou, I absolutely believe that they deserve to be in the national championship contender talk. They're 31-0. They are in a weak conference, but they have won 25 of their 31 games by double digits. I think that speaks to something. They play angry. That's their motto. That's what the coach tells them to do, play angry. And they've done a great job so far, and they're undefeated. I can't see why you can't have them in the conversation.
I believe Greg Marshall is one of the best young coaches in college basketball. They've been improving every year. In 2011, they won the NIT tournament. 2 years ago, they came in second. They got knocked out in the second round of the NCAA tournament. Last year, they made it to the Final Fours, so it shows that they can play with all these big-time schools. Last year, they beat Pitt, Gonzaga, the surprising LaSalle team, and Ohio State. And they were only a few three-pointers away from playing Michigan for the national championship game. All right. Now, pre-conference tournaments. Who do you think is deserving of a number 1 seed?
Well, my number 1 overall seed right now would be the University of Florida. They play spectacular defense. Their pressure on the defensive end is incredible. Their only 2 losses came to at number 9 Wisconsin and at number 14 number 19 UConn. They're holding their opponents to 58.9 points per game while scoring 71.1 points per game. Senior Scotty Wilbekin is a great ball handler. He can handle the ball at the end of the game in high pressure situations, and I think that's exactly what you need to go far in this tournament.
I agree with you. I believe Wichita, as an undefeated team, deserves to be there. Florida, one of the best all-around teams, and they went undefeated in the SEC conference. Virginia is one of the hottest teams in basketball right now. I believe they're deserving a number 1 seed, especially if they win the ACC tournament, since their last loss was January 13th at Duke. And I believe Kansas deserves to be a number 1 seed. They haven't been blown out once this year, and they're playing in the Big 12, which I believe is the deepest conference in all of college basketball. That's all we have tonight for Real Talk with Lou and Brian. See you guys next week.
Have a good night.